Hello and welcome to the Telegraph Studios and Business Reporter's Future of Payments campaign, hosted by the Telegraph Online. I'm Alistair Greener. We're all using cards these days, contactless, Apple Pay and so on. So what is the future of digital payments? Are we in the golden age? Well, to discuss this, I'm talking to Paul Hollock from Nationwide Building Society. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, I came to the studio today and I used my debit card, I used my iPhone to make payments. It's almost got to the point I can't even remember the last time I used cash. So are we really in this golden age of digital payments?
Well, I'd love to think we're getting there, but there is a challenge. Actually, we've had contactless available in the UK for probably 10 years now, but only last year did we see more than half of the payments in the UK be made electronically rather than by cash. So we've still got some way to go.
So you're saying that we've got a way to go. Give me some numbers. What sort of amount of digital payments are being made at the moment, and how are customers embracing this new technology?
Well, if you look at our membership base, probably we split it into thirds, and the top third of our customers are really big users. They've moved from 1 in 20 transactions contactlessly last year to 1 in 4. But those that are still yet to adopt are at 1 or 2 transactions a month. So we've got a real push to help them make use of this new technology and new opportunity that we've provided for them.
What are the most common reasons that customers give you for not adopting the technology?
Well, I think one of the reasons for non-adoption is fear of the unknown, really. People are scared that there is a potential for access to their account, for loss of card, which gives people access to their money, and therefore they will suffer fraud or suffer issues with their banking relationship. And it's something that we need to help explain to members and customers so they understand the protections that are there to provide them with real confidence about using these methods.
You're saying you need to explain to customers, so explain it. Why are digital payments as safe as cash?
Well, I mean, as safe as cash, I think they're far safer than cash. Cash is probably the most unsafe method of payment you can find. Once you've lost it, you've lost it. You can't track it, you can't monitor it. You've got no real control over the cash that you hold in your hand or in your wallet. If you lose a card, you can cancel the card. The issuers of the card track the activity on that card on a payment by payment basis, and they'll look to see if there's any unusual activity. There's a process that we undertake constantly to see how people behave and use and apply those cards and those services to make sure we protect customers. We can't do that with cash. And the transparency that you get from things like your mobile app, which allows you to see every time you use that card, means that you have the bank account in your pocket. You've got immediate access to your services. You can't do that on a manual basis when you're running with paper.
Now you say that, but there is still scepticism out there amongst your customers. So what are you doing to overcome that, to get them to try this new technology?
Well, we're trying a number of routes. We are obviously, as Nationwide, trying to take a marketing campaign to the country about the trust and the relationship we have with customers, but digging down into the payment methods, we're using that trust and that relationship to really talk to customers about what we offer, to talk to them through social media, to talk to them through member talkbacks, to talk to them in the branches about the way that we can provide those services. And we're arming our frontline staff with real knowledge and understanding and empathy for customers in what they are provided with, what they use and what they need every day. And we have a page on our website called Ways to Pay, which provides information of all the different payment services we provide, why they're useful to customers and what sort of circumstances they'd be the best way to make that payment. And we're really keen to continue and really up that dialogue with customers, because that's where it really happens, really. It's as a membership organisation, it's the membership feedback that's crucial to us. So that ability to talk about the way things work, what customers want, and therefore design services to those customer needs is really what's going to break through that confidence issue.
You said that digital payments are more transparent than cash. How does that actually work?
Well, if you think about if you made a payment through your mobile phone as a contactless payment, that payment is an immediate transaction that we have data about. We know where the payment's been made, we know the timing, we know the security that was afforded at the time, and we're able to account for that immediately within the bank account. We can't necessarily do that with cash. And if there is a unusual use of your phone or unusual use of your card, we can react to that immediately. So we profile activity that's going on a 24/7 basis to protect customers, so we can see what's happening, and customers can see what's happening through using their mobile phone or online banking to make sure they can track activity on their bank account.
So in this ever-changing environment, what are you doing for your customers? What are you bringing to the table?
Well, Nationwide has been around for 150 years, and we see that we have a social purpose as well as a commercial purpose. You know, we have been building society for all that time, and it's our relationship with our members to get the benefit as a membership organisation that's crucial. So we want to provide services that customers really need and want in this new environment. And a good example actually is Apple Pay. We looked at our customers that use our mobile app. More than probably 60-70% of our customers on that app use an iPhone to access it. On that basis, we think it's really important to provide services to make use of the device in customers' hands. So Apple Pay was an obvious choice for us, and we were first in the market in the first group of institutions that went live with Apple Pay. Another great example is a service called Paym. Now, Paym is probably the industry's best kept secret. It's available to over 95% of the UK current account holders, and it allows you to pay money to an individual just using their mobile phone number. So it's a really safe, secure and easy method. So if you're on your phone, you select your contact, you can literally just pay money person to person in real time, straight through your mobile phone. And it's a really mutually beneficial service. So for a mutual like Nationwide, it seems an obvious answer for us. It's one of those solutions to problems that we hear from our customers, things like splitting the bill or providing, paying back someone for tickets. It allows you to do that instantly, and it gives real security to the way you do things. So it's those kind of solutions that we're bringing on a retail basis to our members, which we think are really important.
Talking of trends, we're currently using payment methods we wouldn't have even dreamt of 10 years ago. What's in the future? What are we to look at when it comes to payment in the next 5-10 years?
Well, we're all trying to get that crystal ball answer at the moment. I guess there's two things that are really on the table right now. The first is open banking, which is coming very quickly. The UK is a leader in the development of this capability, and that's about opening up data and opening up capability for more flexible use of banking services. And that will be things like being able to bank through a third party with access to your bank account with customers' permission. Now that sounds quite complicated, but the technology is there to open up that kind of connectivity. And on top of that, the next challenge is how do we make it easier, more seamless, whilst maintaining the security for customers. And I think biometrics is one of the answers for that. You're the most unique thing about you. Your thumbprint, your biometric of your face, your voice print are the most secure ways for you to authenticate yourself. And if we can match that with really flexible use of data and access, actually we're going to give customers a much better way of working and even more security and more confidence in using those services.
Well, certainly looks like we've got some exciting times ahead when we look at banking and how we make payments in the future. Paul Hollock from Nationwide Building Society, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.